Professional Overwatch League Minors Season 6 Week 2 Tier 2 Surge Imperium versus Overlord. I am your host, Queenie, and today I have my wonderful co-host with me, Super. Hello, Super!
What's going on? I'm ready for another exciting week of Overwatch. Like you said, week two, and honestly, let's just jump right into it.
Oh, most definitely. This is the first game we have posted for week 2, so we're just right up to bat here. So this most definitely will be a exciting kickoff to this week.
Yeah, you put it great. Obviously, it's a brand new season. It's only week two. For both these teams, obviously, Surge comes in on Overlord 1-0. But again, it's very early. Nothing's decided yet, and like I said, I just can't wait.
Okay, just getting the ready from both teams, and then we could hop straight into Busan. Our full lineup of first to 3 out of 5 maps is Busan. Then we'll head over to Eichenwald, Junkertown, Kings Row, and Ilias.
As always, it's the dynamic map pool. You've got to mix it up, different map styles on any Overwatch game, and as always, it's a race to three. So, will it happen in a sweep? Because I guess interesting thing between these two teams. So, obviously, this is week two, as we've mentioned. Week one, Surge was the only team in Group B to not get swept. So, maybe a little bit of, I guess, a moral victory for them. Hope they can get a full W this time.
My apologies, just doing a little bit of communication in the tickets, trying to get us into this game because, I am excited to see these two teams.
Yeah, again, like I said, we should be in for a good one. Obviously, it's week two, it's tier two, but it's Group B of tier two. Got a lot of teams in this tier specifically. And again, I mentioned before, Overlord's coming into this game 1-0 overall, 3-0 on maps. Like I said, Surge 0-1, but they did get an all-important 1 point. So again, avoiding the sweep last week, it does help when it comes to tiebreakers and whatnot. Again, they want that W though.
Speaking of W's, I know Overlord had plenty of them last season. I can't exactly remember where they came in the rankings, but I know most of these players very well. So I'm excited to see what kind of changes they're coming into this game. And then over on Surge's side, they're a brand new team to the league. So I am excited to see what type of energy they put into their games and bring as well.
Yeah, then not only that, so you mentioned Surge being a brand new team. Would not a better way than to really get some notoriety and some momentum going for your organization than on stream getting your first official W in the IOWL?
Okay, I think we've got things figured out here. All right, yes, both teams are ready, so let's hop into Busan.
Now traveling to Busan. Initiating match.
And we already have a pause. I don't know what this pause is. Oh, we already have a DC. Unfortunately, everybody, we're going to just check on this. Rough start to the first game, first week. Sorry about that, everyone. We do have a DC. We're just waiting for her to come back or see if there's any switches to go in. Okay, they are switching in a replacement, just checking for the readies, and then we can hop right back into Busan. Okay, both teams are ready. So we are going to hop back in here. I do believe we are experiencing some
Ready for
chat
battle.
issues. We're going to see if we can get that fixed. Okay, we have the starting lineups on both sides. It looks like over on the Surge side, we're running the Reinhardt Zarya with a Reaper, May, and a Lucio Baptiste. And over on the Overlord side, we are running the Sigma Diva with a Echo Soldier and a Baptiste Mercy. Both teams are deciding to go around the backside here and meet each other. Soldier is over closer to the point. The Reaper does fall. Echo is in the back line here. And it looks like Overlord's gonna go around and try to get right in the middle of them. Charge taking out the Soldier. Point is open. It looks like Overlord is on the point. Surge does get the cap right after, though. Surge deciding to take up the high ground here.
Gotta say, this is very interesting to not have the fight be anywhere near the control point.
We do have a Reinhardt duplicate coming out of the Echo. And another Shatter taking out the Reinhardt. Some real quick cleanup here.
Two times now with both sides getting the sneaky little back cap, just because, I mean, both teams just choosing a fight up top.
See bomb coming into play. Oh, a big Shatter coming out of Surge, along with a freeze. Even with using that freeze, it looks like Surge is having a little bit of trouble still getting a push here.
Yeah, you did said it, and they gotta be a little careful too. Overlord's still sitting on 3 ults right now. Surge will definitely. Well, Reaper's got it now.
You see this Echo? This is her second duplicate here. She's gonna go ahead and throw a bomb. Doesn't get anybody. Baby Diva almost got her mech back here. She's gonna go ahead and get her mech back.
Surge has the man advantage here. They've got to win this fight just to keep it alive. There you go. Only sitting at 50% again. Still got to be careful. Overlord wins the next fight. They can easily take this cap. Just looking old management though. Now it's Surge with the advantage, sitting on 3, possibly easy 4 with the Diva Bomb coming.
Most definitely. I mean, as long as they don't all dump them at the same time, this could be a map for them. See B coming in.
Oh, the Diva Bomb. Denied.
They still have Maze here. Big bomb coming out of good, but doesn't get anybody. May gets taken out before she's able to drop that ult.
But here we go, 99-97. Winner of this fight's gonna take the map.
You see Reaper coming out with Blossom. Looks like Surge does have the advantage here. Oh, but the duplicate on the Diva again. We see May coming out, Diva getting out of the ult, throwing her bomb. And it gets blocked. But she's still on this point. She's the only one. Here comes Baptiste to give some assistance and Mercy.
It's not over. Overlord's still putting in a nice fight.
See Coalescence. Echo out here doing her thing again. Oh. And unfortunately, they stepped a little too far off. And Surge gets the first map of Busan. I had to remember what map we were on.
Ready for battle.
Uh-oh.
And unfortunately, we have another DC. So we're just gonna come back and check to see what we can do. Possibly put somebody in. If you are just turning in, this is Season 6, Week 2, Tier 2 Surge, Imperium versus Overlord. And so far it is 0-0. We're on the first map. It seems like we are having a bit of technical difficulties getting into this game. But we will be back to the fun in no time. Okay, it does look like we have a switch coming in for that DC. So we'll just get the ready and jump back into this map. Again, I apologize for the dead space there. We're just trying to figure out these problems so we could jump back into this map. Okay, and we are back. And ready to go. This is round 2 of map 1.
4, 3,
So far,
1.
Surge has
Round
taken
2.
the first one.
Capture the objective.
So Overlords really have to take this map to come back.
Yeah, at least the beauty of these control maps is that you're never out of it. You can lose one, but again, it's a mini series. It's a best of 3 here.
It looks like Surge is going to go ahead and get this capture of this point first, as the Overlords start making their way.
Yeah, kind of just like we saw in the last one. You're really not seeing that imperative necessity to kind of fight for the point. They really just kind of allowed them to take it, and now they're electing now to just win the second fight.
You know, sometimes it might be a little bit more tactical. Oh, we see Visor coming out. Kind of early going to get this, a soldier here.
You know, speaking tactically, hey, it's only dumb if it doesn't work. I mean, with the cap right there.
Most definitely. I mean, that was 2 picks right there. Plus, you know, the other DPS got another pick. So it's forcing Surge to kind of regroup here.
Yep, definitely that. But again, you know, now you kind of get in the danger because now we're getting into that ult territory. Although I would say old man was kind of equal on both sides, so it'll be interesting to see who pushes the Y button first.
See Cassidy already having his ollies. Looks like he's going to go push up on this Reinhardt. Gets the stun.
And there's the beat.
Surge does have the numbers here. But we see Window coming into play as long as Nano. Coalescence coming in.
But Overlord sitting on 3 ults.
They're going to be able to take this point back pretty fast here. D.Va diving on this soldier, getting him off of that high ground there.
And again, we talked about, you know, now you're getting dangerous again. Overlord's coming back to the point, sitting on 3 ults. So they got Sigma, Cassidy, and a soldier.
Yeah, and Surge is only sitting on 2 ults right now. So, I mean, definitely the ult advantage coming out of
Ult
Overlord.
advantage. Oh, and get aggressive, settle on the back line, but nothing doing there.
Oh, and that is a big shatter.
Defensive hammer. Ooh, nothing doing on a high nuke to Cassidy.
Reinhardt's very low here. Gonna back up to his team. Oh, and gets taken out by the Sigma.
Very important fight for Overlord here.
Yeah, most definitely. It's down to the wire, and they need to take this point.
Oh, they've got the point now, but that's a long path to 99.
But you know, they do have 2 ults and D.Va coming online, and you see over on Surge side, they only have the Mei ult right now.
Yep, so again, playing defense here, ult advantage is in your favor, but I would say you've got to be very timely with your ults here. Oh, but don't get off the point. You've got to stay on the point, Overlord.
See bomb coming in from the backside. That's a big bomb taking out one.
D.Va on D.Va Crime.
See Mei ult coming in. This could be big. Visor coming in. D.Va is still here. D.Va gets a D-max.
I've got you in my sights.
Overlord's coming in with their Visor. It's a double, almost a triple. And he gets the 3rd kill.
Oh, 98, 99. Okay, we're in overtime action here. Oh no, that's terrible timing
This,
there.
oh, at least it's the other side this time. Like, you know, I mentioned early one, a hell of a way to start out week 2.
Of all times for a DC, that's got to be the absolute worst.
Most definitely. I mean, both of these points are at 99%. The only difference is that Surge does already have one map, and Overlords definitely need this map. So, this is a very unfortunate. Not only that, but I mean, any alt charge that they may have had, I mean, they're not going to have it anymore. And as you can see, there's only one alt online. So, I mean, this could be um, it
And I
honestly could
believe
go
they
either
lost
way.
the DPS, so that's an important ult there. And I'll definitely say this much: if you're not watching this game already, you need to get to a laptop quick. I mean, you're gonna see intense ball to the walls action here.
Most definitely, like we've mentioned, you know, both these teams, especially with Surge being a new team, Overlord being a team that we have seen in the past. I mean, this, but then again, it's only the first map, so I can see it going either way. Honestly, right now, I mean, definitely, um, Surge has the chance to take this, but I mean, it could be anybody's game. And it does look like Lulu is back.
It could be anyone's game. But I mean, the thing that kind of, I guess I would say, goes unnoticed, is definitely underrated, is momentum. Momentum's a very big thing in this game, and so obviously we understand, disconnecting. It's never anyone's fault. Obviously you just got to get your internet figured out, and obviously other things can happen in terms of real world. But momentum is so key and so huge. It's so important. And again, just looking at the circumstance, like we mentioned earlier, it's 9-9-9. You're in overtime right now. Whoever wins this fight wins the point.
Okay, and we are ready. Getting back into this. It's down to overtime. Let's go. Overlords definitely have the advantage here, taking out that Reinhardt, and time is clicking down. This could be their map. Nobody can touch, and it's their map. Going to round 3.
Score 1-1. Ready for battle.
All important third match here, and like you said, this is only map 1. This is only 1 point in a best of 5.
Most definitely. So, I mean, I don't see any of these teams getting upset because it's not like the final map for them to win. It's the very first map. So, I feel that we can get that momentum back going up, and these teams can both have some amazing games. like Overlords took the high ground, leaving Reinhardt on the ground before, but he does dive in to help him. Surge already on this point.
Get into position. The objective is now.
Ooh, and that first pick on the Reinhardt and the Mercy. Does look like Overlord has the advantage here. Reaper trying to get into that backline there.
Time to read my APM.
Got you in my sights.
You already see Visor coming into
Very
play on the
quick
high ground.
Visor.
Surge has their Mercy alt. Looks like they'll have Ashe pretty soon here as well.
And Colin sitting at 88, they could definitely get that within this fight.
Overlords just
Meanwhile,
have
Overlord on the other side.
Yeah, they
Or
just
there's
got
a Nano
four.
started off with the hammer.
And bomb. That was 3 alts being used right there.
3
But they
ults
do
there,
manage-
maybe a little much, but they do, you know, they do maintain and hold. So
Don't worry, my friends. I am your shield.
Help me.
It's like Reinhardt's gonna go ahead and go down to this point and try to get down here. Drops the hammer and the charging Reinhardt.
very important fight here for Surge. They've got to win this to stay alive.
Secret is throwing bomb on point. Doesn't get anybody. Visor coming into play. It is in overtime and Overlord still has the point here. Lucio's trying to stay on this point.
The 4-on-2 man advantage right now.
There's a big ante on the Reinhardt.
They'll make that 4-1 to 4-0, and that's going to do it.
Victory. Play of the game.
Is this easy mode with the play of the game here?
I've got you in my sights. Sweet.
Double. Epic.
I'm not in it for the glory.
Epic. To be expected.
Okay. As we go back to lobby, we're going to see if there's any switches coming in as we move on to Eichenwald. So what do we think after seeing both these teams play on Busan? What do you think they're going to bring out in Eichenwald?
It's tough to say. I mean, because obviously, the map style changes. You're getting that hybrid now. That first, you get the first control point, but then it turns into a payload. And as we saw with the last map, both teams kind of elected to not necessarily focus on the point and more so focus on the other team. I mean, obviously, it depends if whether we see some subs or not. But I don't think the character pool is going to change too much.
No, I think you're right. Easy mode out here on that soldier doing an absolutely beautiful job. and we saw Cretus and Lulu out there, Lulu on the Reaper, and Cretus on that Diva getting bomb after bomb. So, I mean, we could possibly see the same lineups because you never know on a payload map. You can pretty much play anything, whether you want to play Brawl or if you want to play more of a bunker. I mean, anything can happen. We do have one switch over on the Overlord side. Scotty is coming in for Avatar J. And it does look like we are having another switch over on the Overlord's side. Claire is coming in for, whoops, Honey. Oh, and we do have another little switch. I guess Claire is going to be playing tank and Good is going to support. Couple of switches here. Could change up the whole dynamic. If you are just tuning in, this is IOWL Minor Season 6 Week 2 Tier 2 Surge Imperium versus Overlords. And so far it is 1-0 in Overlord's favor. Okay, looks like we have a bit of changes over on Surge's side. Charbot is coming in for Cretus. Psyche is going to DPS and Odin is going to support. Okay, looks like all switches are made and both teams are ready, so let's hop into Eichenwald.
Traveling to Eichenwald. Initiating match. Ready for battle.
And we are off, and over on Surge's side we are running the double shield with a Sigma Orisa, a Echo Junkrat, and a Baptiste Mercy. And then over on the attack side, we are running Reinhardt Zarya with an Ash Soldier and a Baptiste Mercy.
Yeah, it looks like attack's going for range with the double hit scan. And again, with this map, plenty of corners, so you might want to be more rangy.
Early immortality out. Echo here trying to take out the Ashe on high ground. Mortality coming.
Surge down a quick 2. Make it 3. No, Overlord doing a great job of just staying together, so it's a team game.
Quick Soldier's gonna push up and try to get this Sig.
Really quick cap there by Overlord. You know, now you got 5 minutes to push a long way, but that's a lot of time on Eichenwald.
There's a lot of corners on Eichenwald as well.
Oh, 100%. You know, sitting on defense. Tire's going to come pretty soon. You know, that's going to definitely, you know, cause some panic.
But we do see Window and Valk over on the Overlord side, along with Shatter.
Well, I'm starting off with the attack Velk already. And a Window, why not?
Window on the high ground.
Yeah, just use all of them, why not?
Hey, it gives them plenty of pushing room here as they take out the Surge on this side.
Push room indeed. You know, it's definitely got the job done. You know, you're going to spend 3 ults, you better at least get 4 to 5 picks, which they did beautifully done. And now sitting on defense, sitting on 3 also, and there's 1.
Reinhardt over here trying to get a big Shatter in the room. Tower coming into play. Immortality is up though.
Ooh, beautiful immortality. Just makes the tire nothing. And last minute contest here before they get this point, but I don't know if this is going to work out here. You might want to regroup. And I'll be shutting up now as they win the fight.
Sigma pushing with ult, trying to get this Reinhardt here. Reinhardt's still alive. Soldier with him, Soldier using ult. We do see a duplicate. And that was a very clean take back coming out of Overlords.
Yeah, a little bit of a stall there by Surge. You know, you burned some of their time, but still sitting on a 4 minutes, 40 seconds, and again, maybe the toughest last stretch to get here, but again, you've got a lot of time.
See Bob rushing out there, Reinhardt charging as well. They're gonna go dive on this Reinhardt. He might not. Oh, tries to get the shatter off, gets taken out.
This is not your time. Heroes never die.
The Valk coming into play for Surge.
Everyone heal up.
Another Valk coming in play for Overlords.
Well, window with the visor combo.
But you see Surge, they're going to take that corner right there and try to hide from it.
Well, I mean, it's desperation time now. You guys got to touch. You got to touch.
And a 3-minute 38 time bank for the Overlords.
Yeah, that's putting a lot of pressure on the other side. But but on the flip side, if you're Surge now, they just push that fast on you. So that means you got to take it now as why can't we do the same?
Most definitely, I am excited to see what kind of tactics they bring out to get through this Overlord's defense, because Overlord has been strong. You saw they took that first point with ease, giving them over a 5-minute time bank. So, Surge really needs to figure out what they can do to try to get the same time as Overlords.
Yeah, a little bit might be a copycat game. Overlord did a very good job at just sticking together as a team, as a unit, and kind of picking them off one by one. So if you're Surge, you want to borrow that same type of strategy. Maybe not necessarily saying to pick the same characters, but sticking together, picking a target off one by one. Again, it's ultimately a team game, and it's a numbers game.
Most definitely looks like we have our defense up and running. The Reinhardt Zarya with the Junk Soldier and a Baptiste Mercy. And over there on attack, we're running Reinhardt Diva with a Junkrat Moira Baptiste.
Defend objective A.
And Sombra coming out to play a little bit invisible action.
Sombra definitely needs to pick on these supports. Well, she gets the hack on the Reinhardt.
Ooh, beautiful charge by Ryan.
Be right back.
Surge might have to retreat here and regroup, but let's see what they decide to do. Oh no, they're still going for it, and they might have a chance here, actually.
Diva gets demacked. Oh, and a huge shatter.
Huge hammer.
That shatter coming out of Claire just forces them to back up.
Yeah, now Surge is definitely going to take this regroup. But again, you're sitting on a coalescence. You can easily push with that. Other ults have a bit of a way to go. Turn on the defensive side, scary visor and a tire coming, so probably got to time yourself right just right.
As we've seen in the past, they're definitely going to combo that window with the visor.
Feeling spry.
Yeah, you know, sitting at 81, 82, will probably get it within this next fight here.
There's the attack or the attack window.
Well, it does get the bat, forces the res, but you gotta continue off of that now. Ooh.
Heroes never die.
Ryan v. Ryan violence charged right off the edge.
And Diva gets it demeched. Soldier gonna make quick work of this Baptiste here. Oh, but he throws out immortality.
Everyone, drink up.
Enemy seen.
Sombra in the back line again, hacking that Reinhardt. See Tyre coming in. Immortality is out to try to protect the team. Oh, the charge on that Junkrat. Takes the Junkrat out. The EMP coming to play. Here comes Bomb. And Bomb takes out one. And it's just
Takes
ult
out one,
after
get the
ult here.
hammer, finishes another. There's your push of your surge. Here's your chance there.
60 seconds remaining.
60 seconds left on the clock. They get this point. Now they have 3 minutes and 20 seconds to push it as far as they can. Hopefully to the second point. You know, definitely Overlord's given them a lot of trouble. But you can see the Sombra doing a good job staying in that back line.
Yeah, definitely. You know, and it presents the advantage of what it can be to going first. You know, you set the bar. You can put on a lot of pressure here.
See window on the high ground. Hack on that Baptiste. Oh, Sombra couldn't quite finish him off there.
Get in here.
Ooh, that's a huge hammer in the back line.
Time to drink it up here.
Diva gets it demeched, taking out that bomb for a minute.
Well, now there's an offensive window comboed with the grab.
So we see Tyre coming off from the high ground. Takes out two.
Gets two. Even with all that, Surge is still pushing. It is not over.
But they do have a damage boost soldier right behind them. They had a junk in the middle of them as well.
How's a tire? Now it's Surge's time for a tire.
Takes out one.
Nice take it on the Zarya there.
Junk still lobbing bombs from this high ground. Diva tries to get that high ground, but gets taken out of mech by the soldier and Junkrat.
And, you know, there's that combo they love, is a visor into the window with the power boosted Mercy.
60 seconds.
60 seconds left on the clock. It does look like they made a few changes here over on Surge's side with bringing out that Brig.
Yeah, bringing out the Brig. Maybe thinking they can go a little more brawly here, but you've got to get that soldier off the high ground.
When a block shatter, oh, here comes Bomb.
They doing on the bomb either.
30 seconds remaining.
30 seconds left on this clock, and they are starting to move it. We see Tyra coming off the high ground, looking for that point, and gets the May. Reinhardt is still on this point. Oh, and Junk
Yeah,
takes the Reinhardt down.
6 seconds here. You got no time for a root grip. You said it. Someone's got to touch that point. No, no one's gonna get there.
Victory.
And map 2 goes to Overlord.
Play of the game.
I do have to say, both these teams doing absolutely wonderful.
Double kill.
Alrighty, alrighty. As we go back to lobby, let's check in and see if there's any switches coming in for Junkertown. If you were Surge right now, what kind of things would you be talking about to try to get through this offense and defense coming out of Overlords?
Well, first things first, you gotta have short-term memory loss. The last two maps they're behind you. You don't worry about them. It's 0-0 here. And after that, you've got to kind of recognize the pattern. We've seen so far now on both maps, Overlord loves they love the high ground and they love comboing specific ults. And I think they had the right idea going with the Sombra in this last map. I think the key thing here would be you would tell your Sombra to probably either target one of the healers or target the soldier or any of the DPS. And then again, it goes back to sticking together, picking one target, and mowing them down one at a time. But main thing though, short-term memory loss. It's a brand new map. It's a brand new game.
I've never thought of it that way. That's a good way to think of it. It is a brand new game. New map, brand new game. Anybody's game. You know, this could be Surge's favorite map coming in. So, like you said, this is still anybody's game. We do have a switch over on the Overlord side. Jay is coming in for Scotty. And it looks like a Honey is also coming in for good. And then over on Surge's side, we have Psyche going to... Yeah, Psyche is going to tank. Whoops, wrong one. Gosh darn it. And on DPS, Fabio is coming in. I wonder if he's got the nice hair like Fabio. Or Fabio. I can't speak today. I apologize, everybody. Okay, it looks like all changes have been made. Just getting ready from both teams. Then we can hop into Junkertown. If you are just tuning in, this is Season 6, Week 2, Tier 2 Surge Imperium versus Overlord. And so far, it is 2-0 Overlords in lead. Alright, both teams are ready, so let's get into Junkertown.
Welcome to Junkertown. Initiating match.
Okay, and it looks like we have a pause. One moment, please. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. It looked like we had a little bit of voice difficulties, but they got it all fixed.
Ready for battle. Attackers incoming in 30 seconds.
And on the defense side, it looks like we are running the Reinhardt Zarya with an Ashe Soldier. I love that double hit scan with a Baptiste Mercy. And on attack, we are running Reinhardt Diva with a Soldier Cassidy and a Moira Mercy.
Yeah, so a little different from Surge here. You know, you're battling hit scan with hit scan. Again, you're gonna get rangy here.
Oh, and that is big picks for both sides. Oh, but we have a revive on Odin.
Stabilized.
But it looks like Surge is going to hold Overlords right here. Diva gets demeched on the high ground. She doesn't quite make it out of there.
Yeah, you know, it kind of goes back to what we talked about in the break. Overlord just done a great job at one by one picking a target and team focusing.
Heroes never die.
Most definitely. You see easy mode over here very low because of that McCree on the high ground. Mercy gets taken out by Lulu.
I've got you in my sights.
Visor coming into play. Shatter and window.
That's a good hammer. Ooh, reverse.
Heroes never die.
But it does look like Surge is able to get this point moving again.
Yeah, you know, and again, that's a great job there of giving Overlord a taste of their medicine. You know, it's all about sticking together, picking one target. Once you get the one, moving to the next one. But again, the main thing is group.
Soldier and Zarya dropping down to contest. Reinhardt and Mercy joins the party. We see Coalescence coming into play. Big charge taking that Reinhardt out. Orisa and Moira getting stuck in that grab. Bob is on point. Well, not on point, but near point, taking out the Moira.
Right beside you. That changes my thinking.
60 seconds left on the clock. Surge definitely needs to regroup here. They
Yeah,
have
regroup
plenty of
here,
ults.
recollect. But that was definitely a much better push than we've seen before, you know. And again, you're right there on the cusp. If you're sitting on 40 seconds, this is probably your last full group up here. But again, they've seen the blueprint now. It's attainable.
Oh, big pick taking at that Cassidy. 30 seconds left on the clock. They need to get to this point.
Well, and you know, you've got 4 ults. You might want to bust them out now. And here we go.
When Visor gets taken out.
Team kill. Beautiful Visor. Visor with the bongo and greatly comboed. And again, you were in desperation mode and had to do it, and it worked out. Best part about it, still sitting on 3 ults if you're Surge. Meanwhile, the defense still have a Visor. Window might be coming, but you've got the ult advantage if you're Surge. You got to keep this momentum going.
Soldier on the high ground trying to get some damage done on these tanks.
You should be at peak
Feeling
performance.
spry.
Hayden,
I've got you in my sights.
Visor comes out from the high ground.
Oh,
Almost takes out
beautiful
the
reverse on the hammer there.
High Noon takes out 2. And this point is moving.
He's able to pull the res off as well.
Takes out the Cassidy. And Overlords are able to regain the point control here.
60 seconds remaining.
Definitely a back and
Again,
forth between these two teams, especially coming down to the wire.
Yeah, 100%. You know, we've seen it through all 3 maps so far. Like, neither team's going to give any.
Enemy contact. Bring it on! I live for this!
Reinhardt making his way.
We've got this!
Shatter comes into play, so does Coalescence. Immortality keeping the Reinhardt alive.
10 seconds remaining.
10 seconds left on the clock. Orisa is on point, so is Soldier.
I've got you in my sights.
See Window come into play on the high ground, gets taken out. Ash throws Bob onto point. Oh, but he gets hooked, so he doesn't quite reach point.
Nice hooked halt. And they get there. Better late than never, but now only a minute 30 to push it a long way to the end.
Installing optic.
See both teams switch off to this hog. Oh, but Quake just a little bit more up there, taking out Claire.
60 seconds remaining.
For your safety, please look behind the
Well, again, Surge with the ult advantage. Got a Val.
Vegetables are coming in.
Hog's going to have his within this fight. Meanwhile, defensive side, sitting on beat and sitting on a bongo.
Mercy tries to go for the res and gets taken out by the Soldier on the high ground.
Ooh, defensive shutdown there. Whole Hog going nowhere.
Pull it together, team. We got this.
Mora tries to get to the underneath of the fan, but gets taken out by that Soldier. You know, easy mode up on this high ground is just getting pick after pick here.
Well, 10 seconds. Surge has shown to be the comeback kids when the clock's down. So let's see if they can do it a third time. Oh, it's not gonna happen this time, but that's a good push for Surge. He definitely put a lot of pressure on.
Score 0-2. Switching sides.
We're taking it 76.99 meters into overtime. Not very far for Overlords to go, but you know, like you said, that last minute clutch we see Surge doing is actually working out very well for them, so that could possibly be a good advantage for them on defense.
Yeah, definitely. You know, and as always, the advantage of going first is, you know, you set the bar. So now when playing defense, you kind of have in the back of your mind exactly where they need to go. And again, what worked for you, you can see what didn't work for you. You can choose to play more aggressive since you're the ones playing defense. But again, not only that, you know, you're down 0-2. I know I mentioned earlier about having short-term memory loss, but it is a must-win map.
I couldn't agree more. You know, if Surge wants to stay in this, they have to hold Overlords back because, like you said, this is map 3, and Overlords are up 2. So this could be either game over for Surge, or we move on to map 4.
1. Attackers incoming. Stop the payload.
I think this is the first time we've seen a Symmetra today.
It is. Not very many maps this week for Symmetra Beyond, but they're obviously going to try to make it here and make it work.
And for Overlord, I believe this is also the first time we've seen Hanzo come out to play.
This will heal you.
Soldier battling Soldier here on the high ground.
I have located the enemy.
Oh, and it looks like easy mode takes out Odin.
Step inside, stay alive.
He's on his trademark high ground. He should love to get that angle.
Dein Schutzengel ist da.
2 minutes and 50 seconds left on this clock. And it does look like Overlord's going to go ahead and get movement.
The dragon awakens.
Yeah, but looking at that ult management, you got 3 on both sides. We're going to definitely get a Y button party here.
Allow me to repair the damage.
See bomb and
Bomb
window
gets
being
nothing.
played. This Hanzo just pick after pick here.
The payload has reached the checkpoint.
4 minutes, 30 seconds for that first point for Overlord. So a lot of time here to go from point 1 to point 2.
I have taken the payload.
Yahi parambasta victahe.
See Visor coming into play with his shield immortality.
I'm a man on a mission. Stay out of my way.
Visor does take 2, but tanks are moving to high ground to take this soldier out. And he's able to retreat.
Let's keep it going. Let them up.
See Winnow coming into play to heal his tanks.
You're fully healed.
Ooh, gets the hammer off, but dies in the process.
Let's get you back in the fight.
I think this Hanzo is definitely giving Surge a little bit of struggle here.
All work together.
The payload has reached the checkpoint.
They're going to get this second point here. Now, 4 minutes, 30 seconds, and only have to go about halfway to get the win.
Get out of my way.
Visor taking out 3. Getting the 4th kill on that Baptiste.
There's a very good stagger right there for the defense. Because again, the clock is not your friend here.
I'm under attack. You needed a doctor? Injured again. Allow me to repair the damage.
Get in there.
See Surge playing very aggressively with that Hog Zarya.
Reality bends to my will.
Stay down.
See Whole Hog coming into play. does get the Baptiste, but D.Va turns around and puts pressure on that hog. D.Va was able to take out that Symmetra before getting that heal pack.
But Overlord still pushing. 2 minutes left, and they're on the cusp there. Surge got to step up here.
Yeah, and if you see, they almost have 6 ults online. We see dragons coming into play. Reinhardt is very low.
Ooh, that's a huge hammer there. That might just do it. It does.
Victory.
With a little bomb placed perfectly on the point to wrap it up.
Play of the game.
Yeah, but Lulu from Surge getting the play.
I've got you in my sights.
Double.
Soldiers from both of these teams just absolutely hitting their shots. And that is it, ladies and gentlemen, for Season 6, Week 2, Tier 2. Surge Imperium versus Overlords. Overlords win 3-0. Congratulations, Overlords, and good luck into your future games. I am your host, Queenie, and I had my wonderful co-caster with me today. Super, thank you so much for joining.
Yeah, definitely, again, it was a great match on both sides. Like I said, a lot of intense action. Overlord comes up with a W. Surge, unfortunately, takes another in the L column. But I think both teams can take something from this. And again, it's only week 2. It's a very long season along the way. It's definitely not over.
Most definitely. And join us back for several games for the rest of the week, throughout the rest of the week. Till then, we love you. This is the IOWL Miners.